that lead us to sin.
Dog was like, get me away from these goddamn villains.
These white people crazy. Let's see here. You would think you get Batman, you get Bucky,
Yeah.
you get Spider-Man. Spider-Man in the same movie. You think crime would be low. You don't think they'd be causing crime. Shit, I guess when you throw Pennywise in the mix, everybody just lose their damn mind. The devil all the time, 24/7. Evil open all day, all night. Satan said, I ain't going no goddamn place. Hey, Jesus ain't come back yet, but I'm open 24 hours, baby. Devil all the time. You know, we got this movie here, The Devil All the Time, on Netflix. And this right here, it's about these small town unfortunate types in this adaptation of a novel by Donald Ray Pollock, who actually narrates the movie.
Oh, is that him?
That's him. Yeah, the writer. Now, I don't know anything about the guy. He has a nice voice. I know that.
Yeah.
And well, he wrote a book. Is the book any good? I don't know. Well,
People say it is.
They say it is. Somebody thought it was good enough to make a movie out of.
Mm-hmm.
And while I didn't read the book, I did watch the movie, as you did. Mm-hmm. Came out today, I think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right.
You ready to cuss me out? No, it didn't. Oh, yeah.
There's so many different things coming out at different times. Couldn't keep up.
So what you got here, man? You got, like I said, you got this small town where pretty much.
What is it? Is it Ohio?
It's what is it? Meade, Ohio, I believe. And it's just, and everybody's just up. Yeah. I mean, I know we think of small town types as being ups anyway, but goddamn, right here. This is something else that's probably gonna piss some people off in some kind of way. Now, you're probably not thinking a certain way, and maybe you don't see it the way I do, but I think that it's something that might rub people the wrong way. It's almost like between this and Cuties, and the marketing for that other movie. So I just kind of like, Netflix, do y'all have too many subscribers? Are y'all trying to get rid of some? Shit, we need to shake a few. Business too good. Yeah, man.
Did they do a bad trailer for this one too? I didn't see it.
I saw the trailer for this, but it's not the trailer I'm talking about. I tell you, how's the movie, and what is the thing that I'm talking about that might rub people the wrong way? Let's go ahead and take a look at this trailer.
And thirst for righteousness.
That ain't no preacher. He's as bad as they got on the damn radio.
When people...
Boy, it's a good thing that they put that Batman trailer out before this. Because people would be like, this motherfucker's Batman?
You mean Mr. Righteousness and Hunger gonna be Batman? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, they would have been hot.
That was good. I like it.
That lead us to sin.
Dog was like, get me away from these goddamn villains.
These white people crazy. Do they deal with racism in here? No. Because black people know not to go around these crazy ass white people. At all. Shit, that's why a dog was trying to get away. Even that dog was too black for them. I'm not even lying. That dog should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah, and there's no chance of this being nominated for Best Picture because there's no one of color in this movie.
Oh, hell, ain't no diversity. Unless you count that dog. And even then, that dog, I'm telling you, he was too black for this movie.
Right.
Mostly what this is about is just a lot of white trash people thinking God is talking to them. And the things that he's telling them is up. This movie is up, man. Or the movie could be pro-religious. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, either this.
I mean, it just seemed to be like the message of the movie is, wow, ignorant people really do let religion just toss them around and do whatever.
Maybe the author is trying to tell people, hey, look, this is what happens when you let stupid people get a hold of religion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you get corrupt people getting a hold of religion. When people take this and they use it for their own egotistical purposes. You know, I don't know. But, look, either way, Christianity ain't a good look in this movie.
No.
At all. You're probably thinking, well, there got to be some good Christians. Yeah, they are.
They don't live in that town.
No, they do. And they get over, sometimes literally by the Christians.
That's right.
Yeah, there's some good Christians in here, and and they're stupid, or they're naive, or they just get completely over by the Christian leaders. Because almost every Christian in this movie is insane.
Yep.
You go to church in this movie, the pastor gets in the middle of the church and pours spiders all over his head.
I know.
And people are like, God damn. People are like, amen. Yes, brother. And people just like, he's got spiders all over his head. It's the work of the Lord. This movie is so crazy because, for one, everybody. Now, I'm saying it makes Christians look bad, but everybody in this movie is a piece of shit. Or they're being driven insane by the pieces of shit they're surrounded by. Because it's a town full of assholes, man. And if you're not one of them, or you're not dark and crazy like they are, then this town is trying to bring you down, and you just got to react. But you know what? I got to tell you, as dark as this is, I was loving this movie mostly. Look, hardly anybody leads a happy life in this film.
And if you're a really good person, you get to die of cancer.
Yeah. Or if you just somebody who ain't doing nothing, you just get to die horribly sometimes. It gets so bad. Like, if you look, sometimes you might not get any of those things, and they still manage to make sure you get your feelings hurt. Man, look, I don't know what happened in Meade, Ohio, but these people are cursed. And I guess, man, when I say they hurt your feelings, I mean, it ain't like a soft hurt your feelings. It's rough. I tell you, one of the roughest scenes in this movie ain't got no blood, ain't got no violence. It's just it involves a chicken dinner. And I was like, man, even the way they broke this person's heart with this chicken dinner. I was like, God damn.
Like, you did not have to do that.
Yeah.
That was completely unnecessary.
I was like, wow, man, can't nobody have no happiness in this. It was a simple chicken dinner.
I'm telling you, don't go to church.
Don't go to Meade, Ohio. Get the hell out of there as soon as you can. People just riding around to take your ass back in. I'm not even lying. People, they're just picking up people to just take your ass back in and then hurt you. But the reason why I enjoyed this, and I can already tell you probably enjoyed this as much as I did, but I was loving this, man. And I'm not, and that's just me. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm up. They said, damn, after Cuties and you talking about this, what's wrong with that? Maybe it's you. But it's extremely dark. It's oppressively dark. But I could not predict what was going on at all. I had no clue where it was going, and it was up where it was going. But I couldn't tell. I didn't know. And I was just enthralled by every one of these stories to see where it would go. And once I knew it was going to a dark place, well, then I was already bracing myself. I think that was because the performances are so great here, man. If you're listening, you're not watching. I mean, we were talking about what are we talking? You see Tom Holland's here. Sebastian Stan? Bill Skarsgård, Rob Pattinson. And this is what I liked about it. Now, you see a lot of people, because I can get it if dark is not your thing. If something is violent and depressing is not your thing. But I really was drawn in by the performances, because you get to see a lot of actors who already kind of expanded their range doing some dark stuff. They kind of trump that here. They go beyond. Robert Pattinson, as you know, is I've already said this. It's before Batman, because he was one of my favorite movies, because he played a piece of shit dark character in one movie. He became one of my favorite actors. That movie was Good Time.
You're incredible. Do you understand? Are you feeling good as I'm feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm cold.
He ain't understood a fucking reason. I'm hungry. I ain't trying to make fun of the boy, but while you said it, yeah. And it might be different for some people, but they have these thick-ass accents. And, you know, it's a hard thing, especially for some of these people being British and Australian.
Yeah, a lot of men British.
It's a lot of British in Australia. I know one Australian, but there's a lot of British people in here that you probably wouldn't tell. And, yeah, they all lay that accent on pretty thick, man. But I think they come across as really small-town losers without seeming like cartoonish rednecks. But and when I'm talking about Robert Pattinson outdarks himself from Good Time, man. This guy is, I mean, you know what? He goes beyond being a piece of shit. This is why I give him a rating. He's a you. This guy is like he is complete trash in this movie. You know, he truly is the devil that's entered the church. I'm really impressed with Tom Holland, man. You know, Tom Holland. You know, this is the first time that we've seen his dark, crazy side here.
Sure. And
you know, because everyone's seeing, and they're used to seeing Tom Holland being, oh, look at old cute,
Mr. Stark,
cute Tom Holland, you know, hanging out on top of buildings, crying all night and shit. You know, but people, you know, Tom Holland in this, he's like, hey, you know, don't let this Peter Parker shit fool you. You know, I don't have to be Spider-Man to beat him up ass. There's a scene in here that I love where he had enough. It made me think, even in real life, y'all better quit with this kid. Yeah, you got them Spider-Man muscles now. You better get it. Now I've seen what he can do with them. But there's, you know, I like it because while the movies, again, I don't need to tell you, I keep saying how just how dark it is and depressing. He is one of the things that is the heart of the film, and while everybody else, you just kind of like, all right, even with me feeling for you, you're kind of crazy. Yeah. You know, you get what's coming to you. He seems the only one that cares about everybody and seems the only one that has any chance of surviving this town.
You already do enough for all of us. Where's it doing you much good, huh? You know what would do you good? To not be wandering behind school by your own self like I told you.
Now, Martin, I can tell because, you know, you think I'll be keeping you quiet, but I can tell when you disagree, you just shut down. It's like, no, I don't want this.
I'm not shut down. I'm just letting you say your thing, man.
But I want to hear what you have to say, sir.
Because, you know, you've worked hard. You've created your case. I'm being respectful.
And he's ready to come in and prove me wrong.
Now, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Your Honor, this asshole here knows not what he says.
Plot-wise, I like it.
Yeah.
And the darkness, I like.
You do?
Oh, yeah. I don't have a problem with that. My problem was how I didn't have a deep emotional connection with any of the characters.
Yeah, you
and
can't.
But it's not even that, well, yeah, because it's so shitty and psychopathic.
Yeah.
But I really wasn't having that. Like, when something bad happened to people, I was always feeling like, I should care more about this. And it wasn't really affecting me that way. And it's a lot of Hollywood actors. I mean, in this case, superheroes.
Yeah.
They're here because it gives them a chance to drop their jaw and talk with a Southern accent. And it's not like their acting is bad, but I was like, you guys are all well-fed and fit and super handsome, and you are not the people from this country-ass backwater hillbilly town. I mean, Jason Clarke fits in, and he's a weird-looking dude, and it's weird because he has hit same accent in every movie, and yet it somehow fits in everywhere. Like him, I totally buy as somebody from around there,
like a sleazy ass guy. You know, I thought Sebastian Stan. I didn't. You know, I bought his physicality.
Well, he put on a lot of weight for the role.
Yeah, so I didn't see him as being the Marvel superhero that we usually see.
And you know what? It's even with him being fat, I was like, yeah, but you still don't have that feeling of like you're fat because you've been lazy and on the dole a lot. I feel like it still came off as like, nah, this feels recent. It was just something, just a sheen of non-authenticity about the whole thing.
Man, you can't get past these superheroes, can you?
Oh,
you can't let Sherlock Holmes be Sherlock Holmes.
Well, there's just something about that selling that commodity to me, where I'm like,
yeah,
I like my eyes see what they see.
Yeah,
and there's plenty of actors who pull this off and don't even give it a second thought. But with these guys, I was like, yeah, I'm just, man, you got the strong jawbone, and that's just not.
Yeah, that did not bother me.
But
here,
but
you know?
like I said, it's also that Arkansas thing. I was like, man, I feel like I've sat through this movie already.
Well, okay, so and this is not an argument to what you're saying, not at all, because I get what you're saying. I'm just pointing out, like, for people who did look handsome here, like Robert Pattinson is supposed to come in and swoon all these people.
Sure.
So his look is very cleaned up and it fits him. Sebastian Stan, definitely somebody that he gained weight here. And Jason Clarke always just looks up.
Yeah.
I think he drinks a keg and a whole bottle of Jack before he gets on the set. He's always greasy, man.
I know.
I thought Tom Holland was, he's a kid, so it's hard to, say it. I mean, he's fresh faced anyway.
He was one of the main ones. Every time
Really?
I look at him, I was just like, yeah, I'm just not buying you as a kid from Meade, Ohio.
Yeah,
When I look at from the rundown circumstances you come from.
Yeah, I didn't see that. And in small towns, I mean, there's a lot of good looking people in small towns. They just wear shitty clothes and talk, slow and shit. I mean, and I'm talking like all small towns are bad. I'm not.
Well, the really good looking people get on buses and go to Hollywood.
Yeah, but he didn't bother me either. There were characters in here that I felt for because they were innocent. They didn't. They just, either like Bill Skarsgård's character. It was just one misfortune after another for him, and I felt for him. Even though I could tell where things were kind of going with him, I actually felt bad for his character. The grandparents in the movie. Let me see here. Oh shit. We saw, there they are. Yeah, the grandparents in the movie, I felt for them because they were really, just caught up in a lot of things. And they weren't bad characters either. They weren't shitty characters.
No.
They were, their hearts were in the right place. Like, not every character in this is bad. Not every character in here comes to a bad end. Some of them are connected to bad things. Oh, and also, let me see. Felt for that dog. My biggest criticism with this is that I talked about how this is a Pulp Fiction kind of thing where people have their own stories. Now, it's not broken up in chapters. They don't do any big gimmicks or anything. It's just this. You're just following a lot of stories where everybody kind of connects, and that's my problem. Things connected too conveniently. And it wouldn't be a problem for that in a movie, but the reason why it was a problem here is because those connections made me predict how everything was going to play out.
Yep.
By the time I was midway through the movie, I was like, you introduce this thing right here because it's going to be used here, and the person that's going to do it is that person that was doing that. And
that was a lot of my disconnection with it. Was yeah, you're right. In the beginning, it is hard to see, what does this have to do with that? And then once it started to connect, it was easy to connect the dots.
Yeah. No, now
what would happen in the future?
Yeah, and I think that. And I'm kind of satisfied with the ending that I got, but again, everybody's very conveniently connected in a way that they only are in movies. But then this is in a book, I guess, almost to a point. Now, this is in the book. I'll even say this about the book. It even felt kind of forced where they had to make these all be connected with each other. Somebody's related to someone, and then that affects this thing over here. And I'm just thinking, I know this town is small, but damn, come on. Also, look, small things. For as much as I was liking the dialogue and the characters in here, I really don't like when people have to introduce brothers or siblings, brothers and sisters, or siblings of any type, where people come in there like, hey, big brother, hey, little sister.
Yeah.
There was a moment in here, and the reason why I say that, it might seem like nitpicking, but they use that in this movie. And I said, you know what? If you didn't actually say that at all, it would have been so much cooler, the reveal of what happened later on, to find out somebody was related. When things really went down.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, again, tell people that they need to see this because, I don't want to be the one to tell you to see something that's going to ruin your day. But I really did love the first half of this film. Second half is when those things start to cross too conveniently is when I had a problem. You want to give your rating or a wrap up or something?
Sure. Like if somebody comes to me and says, I really liked it, like you're saying,
yeah,
I get that. I just know for me, there was, it felt like it was telling me a tale instead of bringing me into that tale. Netflix is the place to watch this. It's a high rental for me.
It's almost very cheerful, beautiful cinematography for such a
bleak.
a bleak story. And I think that that's good that they balance that out because, they don't, there's a lot that they do here where they could be making fun of these characters because they're small town people. And I never got that impression. They're messed up, but they're not, just because they're small town doesn't mean that there's something to be ridiculed. I give it a matinee. But when I saw that running time, I thought, well, I'm going to be here for a while. But then when I was watching, I was like, I'm really into this. I really love what I'm seeing here. So, matinee for me. It's not as strong in the second half.